Some stories cling to you like a shadow. They whisper in your ear at night, making you doubt whether what you saw was real or the trick of an exhausted mind. This is one of those stories, an encounter that left scars not visible to the eye, but carved deep in the soul. It happened in the fall of 2014 in a quiet suburb of Austin, Texas. I had just moved into a rented two-bedroom house on the edge of town, tucked against a line of woods that stretched for miles. I was in my late 20s, fresh out of a breakup, and craving solitude. The place was old but charming, with a creaky porch and tall windows that looked out onto the dark tree line. The first few nights passed without incident, though I often heard strange rustling in the woods at night. Branches snapping, faint whispers of movement, like someone pacing just beyond sight. I chalked it up to raccoons or coyotes. Still, the unease settled in quickly. One night, close to midnight, I was sitting in the living room, reading with a single lamp on. That's when I heard the knock. It wasn't a soft knock. It was deliberate. 3 slow raps against the front door. My stomach tightened. Nobody visited me at that hour. I approached cautiously and peered through the peephole. A small figure stood there. At first glance, it was just a child, maybe 10 or 11 years old. She wore a faded hoodie with the hood up, and her hands were tucked in the pockets. Something about her posture was off. She didn't fidget, didn't shift her weight like kids do. She just stood there, perfectly still, head slightly tilted toward the door. I opened the door just a crack, keeping the chain latch on. "Can I help you?" I asked, trying to sound firm. Her voice was soft, but oddly flat. "I need to come inside. Please, I'm lost." Every instinct screamed at me that something wasn't right. Her tone was wrong, too calm, too rehearsed. "Where are your parents?" I asked. "They'll be here soon," she replied, without a hint of emotion. "But I need to come inside first. Please let me in." That's when she lifted her face toward the light. My blood froze. Her eyes, if you could even call them that, were solid black. No whites, no iris, just endless, inky darkness staring back at me. A cold wave of terror swept through me. I slammed the door shut so hard the frame rattled. My heart hammered in my chest as she began to knock again, louder this time. "Please," she said, voice muffled through the wood. "It won't take long. Just let me in." Her words seemed wrong, almost mechanical, like she was reciting a line. I backed away from the door, every hair in my body standing on end. I grabbed my phone to call 911, but the screen was frozen, unresponsive. The lights flickered once, twice, then steadied. From the hallway window, I dared to peek outside. She was still there. But now another figure had joined her. A boy, maybe a little older, dressed in dark clothes. He stood just behind her, head down, motionless. The girl looked directly at the window, as if she knew I was there. Her voice came again, clearer than it should have through the glass. "We can't come in unless you invite us." I stumbled backward, nearly dropping the phone. That night stretched on forever. The knocking would stop, then start at different parts of the house. First the front door, then the back, then a window. Always the same calm plea. "Let us in. It won't take long." At some point near dawn, everything went silent. When I finally worked up the courage to check, they were gone. Not a single footprint in the dew-covered grass, as if they had never been there.
I told myself I had imagined it. Lack of sleep, stress, loneliness. It could all play tricks on the mind. But 2 weeks later, it happened again. This time I didn't go near the door. I stayed hidden in my bedroom clutching a baseball bat, listening to the soft knocks and the whispers outside my window. The same phrase repeated like a broken record. Let us in. It won't take long. After that, I couldn't stay in that house any longer. I broke the lease, packed up, and moved into an apartment in the city.